Welcome. Welcome to American Alpha Male. I'm glad you're here. Blessed that you're here. All I ask that you do is participate in the question I'm going to ask. Give me some feedback. Let me know what y'all like. Let me know your dislikes. Hold on. I got to get rid of those zombies. 17 and 18-year-olds must watch this. If you don't watch anything else, share to keep your friends aware. Make sure you subscribe. That's all I ask. I don't care what your age is. If you are not 17 and 18 years old, let me know in the comments if you agree. But first, before we get started, if you were stranded on an island, what would be the 6 things that you need? Type it below and let us know. That's all I ask. First thing, avoid negative Nathan and bad Billy. That's for my guys. Negative Nancy and bad Bailey for my ladies. But why avoid these people? Why? It doesn't make sense. You mean I want to avoid negative people? Absolutely. Nothing shuts down a dream or energy worse than a negative person. If you haven't, get a chance to. You can even audiobook it on YouTube. What it is called is the 48 Laws of Power. And there's a law of power which says infectious behavior will eventually suck you in. Now, that's not what they say. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But avoid all these negative people. Every time they come around, whatever dream you have is, oh man, you can't do it. You won't do it, and this and that and this and that. And they got every excuse as to why your dream just ain't going to work. I'm going to tell you while you're young. Cut those people out. The other type of person you need to get rid of is bad Billy and bad Bailey. And the reason you want to get rid of bad Billy and bad Bailey because they got terrible habits. Nothing about them should you even want. They're the people that we go to when we look at what's bad and go, I don't want that in my life. Bad relationships with people, bad behavior, all type of bad. They even got bad habits. Typically, they have more month than money. That means they can't pay their bills. They're going to come around them. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. You had a solution in the beginning of the month, and you chose to neglect it. See, beggars know where to come to. The right grifters, the right homeless people, oh, they stand right there by the freeways, right when you're getting off, right by the light. Why? It increases their chances to meet people. It increases their chances to pull at the heartstrings. I am not demeaning or bashing homeless people, but there is a system to how to beg. Bad Bailey, bad Billy. Don't bring them around. Because once you get older, they're going to make a situation go from bad to worse. And if your ass end up in jail, you're going to need bail. And Bailey and Billy ain't got none. And bad Bailey and bad Billy, they'll throw your ass under the bus. I've seen it happen because it's happened to me. When they tell you a smart man can learn from his mistakes, but the wise man can learn from the mistakes of others, that person needs to be you. And obviously, ladies, if I'm talking to you, I'm not saying learn from the wise man who looks like you, but you can learn from this wise man. One of the most sagacious people that you'll ever meet. And if you don't know what sagacious/sagacity means, there's a word that you can go ahead and Google. Negative Nathan, negative Nancy, bad Billy, bad Bailey. Banish their ass to the nether realm. Don't let them walk with you. Also, the term young is a very good compliment. The term young is a very good compliment. Why is the term young a good compliment? Because it means that you're full of energy. It means that your life force hasn't been drained by the rest of the world. And already by getting rid of negative Nancy, negative Nathan, bad Billy, and bad Bailey, you're helping yourself keep it. See, when you're young, people envy youth. The older generation always envy youth. Even I do. We would love to be young again. Now, I'm not old by any stretch of the word. But if I was 10 years younger, I'd do things a little bit differently. Just a smidgen. Sex is saved, sacred, and comes with soul ties. To my fellas out there, once you get with that, that ejaculation, once you nut, you kind of jump back to normal, don't you? Let me ask you a question, if we're being real. We'll let the ladies in on this one. How did you feel during? Pretty emotional, right? What's going to happen when you really like that girl, that young lady, and she ain't feeling the same way? How does that make you feel? Yeah, the feeling ain't good. You start doing all the things that T-Pain sang about in his first song, which y'all don't probably know. It's called I'm Sprung. Where you start to lose all your senses and everything like that. Save yourself. Sex is saved, sacred, and has soul ties. You're not supposed to go out and just give your dick to anybody. We just gonna be fair. For my young ladies, the same thing. You know, the girl who ultimately wins is the ones that are hard to get because they're not accessible to everybody. You're the $1 million visa. And trust me, everybody wants the $1 million visa. Those who say they don't, they're liars. Don't believe them. Listen to the woman who is married. She's going to tell you, same thing. If you saved your virginity up until now, please don't use it. The older men that you're going to attract, you better learn them. You better learn them. What do you mean learn them? I mean study them. To my younger men, the same way. There's going to be some older women, and you're going to be very attracted to these older women. The ones that come with it already set up here, and set up there, and set up there, and the house is there. But your treatment, you're going to be treated just like one of them little dogs. Be in the house by this time. I'll let you go roam free and go play and all these things, and yeah, you'll get the PS whatever and the Xbox whatever. But what you don't know is you're on a leash. Your manhood has been crushed. For certain ones. For certain ones. If you're comfortable with that, then hey, you're comfortable with that. Can't hate on that. Where some people find comfortability, I can't judge. There's something to be said about security as well. But if you're not leading that household, I don't give a damn that you're 17 or 18. You can still operate like a grown-ass man, which you're supposed to be. Ladies, young ladies, save it. Once you start using it and using it and using it and using it, that condom is going to slip off. And once you get pregnant, you go from here to here. None of you are celebrities. Not a single one. And even the celebrities can't get it right. How many of the celebrities that you look at right now that are ladies with children actually have successful relationships? Trust me, that so-called money that they're getting, they're lying. And a little bit of 100,000 that they may have, it dissipates fast because they got to keep up and they got to be trending. It's buy more so I can trend more. But let me ask you this question. If they came to your city 4 times a year, how many times would you see them? More than likely once. And you're not paying VIP to see them. Sex is sacred. Create soul ties. Don't just give it to anybody. Because not everybody deserves you. That's a part of you. I'm not telling you what to do in bed. Whatever you're comfortable with is whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not here to do all that. That's not my job. When you're it, they're going to lie because they want to be you. You're going to get attacked when you start doing your own thing. When you start shining a little different. When you buy that car. When you come out fresh. When you look good. Are they going to come after you? Why? Because they want your attention. They eventually want you to crack and give up your secrets. What's the best way to give up secrets? It's through confession. They want you to talk about everything you do as minimal. I'm going to tell you right now, your first paycheck is going to be minimal, but your next paycheck is going to mean so much more because you're going to know what to do with it. These people, they got to lie. They got to knock you down because other people are going to be talking about you in so many positive ways. It's going to be disgusting to hear about your name. Man, you heard about a little lady over there? Yeah, she doing it. Man, she done made it happen. Man, she came from this, she came from that. And the other girls over there, yeah, but she ain't all that. She ain't this and she ain't that. Yes, you are. Sorry to tell you, but yes, you are. To the fella. Young man, yes, you are. You are the shit. Because if you wouldn't, they couldn't smell you from afar. They couldn't make it happen for themselves. That's not possible. So they lazy asses got to make it up for you. Ain't no way getting hell. Oh, and by the way, why they keep hating, there's anticipation. Meaning they looking for you now. Oh, youngin, when you walk in now, oh, they got something to talk about, you. And when you something to talk about, the ladies take notice. They still want to find out for themselves. The same thing, ladies. The fellas will take notice. They want to find out about themselves. They going to lie about you. And all you had to do was speak on your character. I ain't like that. I ain't never been like that. Don't even want to be like that. But let them talk. That should be your rebuttal. You want me to repeat it? I'll do it. I ain't like that. I don't want to be like that. Let them talk. They're going to lie on you. They have to. I was told a long time ago by, I won't say he's famous, but in the city he was famous. He said, man, when you blow up, there's going to be certain things that they're going to say. One, they're going to say you're not from where you're from. So if you claim you're from the struggle, they're going to say you're not. They're going to lie on your money. They're going to say it's not as long as it is, and it may not be, but you may be working towards it. They're going to lie on your sexuality. Whatever that may be, they're just going to lie on it. It doesn't matter. Then also, they're going to say that you, for some odd-ass reason, then sold your soul to certain people. Oh, you want to be like those people over there. They gave you that. You ain't authentic. Fuck them. Let me tell y'all this too. Roommate up, credit up, exercise up. You are what you eat and you become who you keep. Let me run that back for you. Roommate up, credit up, exercise up. You are what you eat and you become who you keep. Save some damn money. 2-bedroom apartment probably only costs about $100 to $200 more in your city. Get your responsible roommate with common goals. The goals have to be common because you have to look at that person and go, high five, we did that. High five, you did that. Credit up. Get you some credit cards. Use 30%. If you don't know what 30% of that is, that's perfectly fine. Take the balance, multiply the balance by 0.3, and the amount of money that shows up, that's the amount of money that you can spend. You only have 2 weeks to spend it. That is 2 weeks before the due date. So if it's on the 14th, you already know 2 weeks before the 14th. Then pay it all off the day before it's due. You will build up your credit so that by the time you are 21, you got the right job, you got the right space in your mind, you can have anything. You can get a loan and start a business. You can get that nice car. You can go move from that apartment you was in and possibly buy a house. Yeah, that's how you should be living. But this is why y'all must watch this, because too many people ain't going to break it down as simple as I can. They want to talk and promote and give classes and stuff like that. And I'm not here to knock it. I'm not saying they classes ain't it. The clothing trend today is not tomorrow. Make sure you're hip, not invested. I can tell you this because I lived it. At one point in time during my life, snapback hats and all these, thermals, all these things going in people's faces and all that, that was the trend. That was it. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody with a snapback. And as I got older, they had the colorful neon skinny jeans and everything like that. I never participated in that. But what I will tell you is, hey, that trend is over. If you think back to 4 years ago, there was a trend already going. There was a brand that was popular. It's over with now. If you wore it now, they'd probably look at you like you crazy as hell. Go ahead and be hip. That's perfectly fine. But do not become invested. You don't know how many people I know with this F on their hands for famous stars or stripe talking about family first. That used to be the saying. Until you start to realize family ain't shit. The only game worth playing is the dating game, not electronics. Yeah, all right, yeah, get your social circle and stuff like that and tend to save money by staying in the house and playing your games. But, fellas, get you a nice young lady to date. Young ladies, get you a nice young man to date. So that way, you can stay out of trouble. You can stay invested. You got a nice support system. Now, I'm not telling y'all to become too invested because the person that you're with may not be the person down the road. And I'm not saying, hey, she ain't the one or he ain't the one and anything like that. But if they're not constantly going for their goals, they ain't it. It just is what it is. So the only game worth playing is a dating game, not electronics. And be honest, that lying shit, it gets old really fast. And the last thing, or close to the last thing, ask questions and get directions. You're about to embark on life. My auntie told me when I was 13 years old, she said, Nash, you're going to be 18 quick. And it's going to seem a long ass time until you become 21. But once you hit 21, next thing you know, 25. And after 25, then you'll be 30. And it's off to the races. Get directions from people who have been there. One of these days, walk up to an older person and ask them, what would you tell yourself at 18 and 17? And don't say shit afterwards. Don't say nothing. Don't give your input. Just listen. But don't just listen with your mind. Listen with your heart. Hear if they have passion in their voice. And the very last lesson, get a mentor. And if you don't want a mentor, get a coach. But do not praise that person. If you want this channel to be your coach / mentor, that's perfectly fine. But by no fucking means, don't ever praise me. I ain't a god, I'm human. And so are you. Some of these people, what they're going to do is they're going to try to scam you out your dollars. Ladies, if your mentor happens to be a male, some of these guys are going to try to fuck you. Same thing for you young men. Some of these older women are going to try to fuck you. And in the society that we're living in today, ladies, some of these ladies are going to try to fuck you, and some of these men are going to try to fuck you, young man. And we ain't talking financially. Now, if this is too much for you to bear, it is what it is. I'm just going to give it to you raw. But get you a mentor or coach, somebody who's been there. And if you drive a car that's nicer than theirs, get the fuck out of Dodge. If you're living better than they are because they're budgeting, fuck no. I drive a BMW i8. That shit ain't cheap. And I didn't get it through no goddamn YouTube. I can promise you that. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Check out the next video.